Hello, everybody. I'm Matthew.
I'm Chris.
And we are here to tell you a movie review, which it's been a while.
Well, to be fair, nothing's come out that we've seen.
Of note, yeah. I mean, I think the last one we saw was Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
That's been a long time.
It's been like 4 months.
And normally we go through these doldrums, and movies have their big period, and then they have the dead period.
Right.
And we hit the dead period so hard.
We did. It was
rough. we missed Spectre. We missed.
Yeah, we didn't see Spectre.
No.
I kind of still want to.
Yeah.
But
I don't think we can do a review on it. It's too late.
Yeah.
I'll watch it on my own time.
But anyway, Hunger Games Part 2, Mockingjay Part 2. Already has a strike against it, just from a personal standpoint. I really hate this trend of splitting movies up for the sole part. It's just a cash grab. Don't lie to me and tell me it's to make it a better movie, because Part 1 always suffers because it's going to be pure setup with no payoff. And Part 2 suffers because if you haven't seen Part 1, none of it makes sense.
Well, why would you go to a Part 2 without seeing Part 1?
It's not the point.
No! Oh, you dumb idiots.
That's awesome. Anyway, keep talking.
You're such an idiot.
Keep talking, Chris.
Oh my God, they're everywhere.
Everywhere.
They're in the raccoon wounds.
Oh, man. This is so good. Talk.
Okay, so, The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2. The trend of splitting up everything into two parts is not a new one, but it's become a little more egregious. Jesus Christ. That thing was full of candy. So Part 1 of The Hunger Games, if you remember our review, was not particularly
glowing.
Yeah, because nothing happened.
Right.
It was. I'm just going to scoot over if you don't mind.
Okay.
It was kind of a super waste, and
it's almost as if a Part 1 of a movie is pointless.
Yeah. Don't eat candy off the ground.
It's my ground.
Oh my God. Anyway, so I was watching this movie. I took one major plot point, one major thing away from this movie, and that the difference between this movie and Divergent is that this cast is stellar from top to bottom.
Yes.
Everyone in this movie, A+. And Divergent has whoever the fuck is in it. So whatever. But watching Donald Sutherland and
oh my God,
and
Donald
Academy
Sutherland and
Jennifer Lawrence, Academy Award nominee Jennifer Lawrence, just talking about the dumbest stuff, and it's like, man, this is so watchable.
Right. You are just on the edge of your seat as they interact with each other.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
They're so good.
Even when she got introduced to her squad that was going to escort.
Oh yeah, super dead guys.
They might as well have just been red shirts from the beginning.
Yeah,
but it's still done in such a good way. Even though most of the traps were shown in the trailers, I know, Chris. I'm sorry.
Okay, even though the traps were shown in the trailers,
it doesn't matter because the tension was still there. You knew, and that's the key of a good movie. I've read the books. I know what's happening. And I'm still oh my God, I can't wait for this.
Well, another good thing that's happened, because the third book's not very good.
No, it is the weakest of them.
And this movie kind of smoothed out a lot of the edges that a lot of issues that the third book had.
Agreed.
So that's a huge plus for that.
Laugh it up, Chuckles.
I am. I think the biggest issue with the movie are the issues that come with the book, where there's no central thing they're fighting for. They're just they're at war.
It's almost
it lost a little focus.
It did. And I know that, but it was still really good. The acting was superb.
The acting is the strongest point.
And it always will be.
It always will, because the cast is so good. I can't gush about them enough. The action sequences are good, but I don't know that they're better than anything else we've seen in any of the Hunger Games movies.
They are not.
I'm glad everyone here you muffled yell that up. I didn't think the effects were particularly great compared to
the others.
Well, and the smart thing the others did was they really minimized the effects so that when they were used,
it was spectacular.
But this one, there's a scene with a bunch of mutts.
The mutts, I think, were the weakest point. It looked like a generic. They look like something very.
Do you remember
generic.
Blade 2?
Yes,
they look like them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're back.
I am.
But I'm a little torn. I was really thinking about this hard in the car. Is that I don't love this movie. I don't love this movie.
Me either.
I probably
but
would.
I enjoyed it.
I probably wouldn't own it, and I don't really know that I rewatch it a bunch.
You know, I think another reason why this part is weaker is because some of our favorite cast members are kind of relegated to the back.
Yeah.
Like Woody Harrelson is Haymitch, and
he's so good.
And Elizabeth Banks as Effie are
They're
barely used, and there's no Cinna.
Yeah, well,
but man,
I'm glad they didn't try to throw him in.
I did think that they showed the reclamation of Peeta's mind, the gradual progression of it, very well.
Yeah, because that's kind of a messy part of the book,
right?
And it's one of those things they smoothed out in the translation.
And it has to be said though, Philip Seymour Hoffman, I'm glad this was his last role because I mean I'm not glad but at least it's not. You know, I always
it's not Raul Julia.
Or a Leo with Queen of the Damned. Like, he got to go out with all of his scenes filmed in Hunger Games, and it was just really well done.
I think most of them were filmed.
Yeah.
But still, like, you know, when you think about people's last movies, you think about Raul Julia, and that's just, like, that's crushing.
Right.
Every time. Like, even though he's great, the whole movie's shit.
Yeah. It's a shame.
But, you know, he's part of an exceptionally good cast. I can't talk about that enough.
I know it's
because we saw the trailer for Divergent, the third one.
The third one, you're just like, who are you?
And you know what? Like, there's no drama, and Donald Sutherland just drops so much drama with a little smirk.
Sentence of in his voice,
just a little smirk, and I'm like, yo, Donald Sutherland,
so good. That when he says like, I thought we agreed never to lie to each other. You're just like, oh my god, you're so good.
And kudos to Jennifer Lawrence for being as good or better, and
she really showed the someone who's really suffered the ravages of a war. Like she did not come out of that unscathed.
She was very PTSD'd,
right? Very
very well. You know, I guess we have to talk about the boys, Peeta and Gale. I think the younger Hemsworth Liam had the strongest did the best job because his character is the worst, and he had to really fight to find something redeemable of his unredeemable character.
Right.
And I think he did it. I think he did really well. And Peeta was Peeta. He didn't. I don't.
Right. It was a fitting into the Hunger Games movies. It did the book justice, but by nature of it being based on the weakest book.
Yeah,
it didn't pull off the strongest movie, but I still enjoyed it. I'm glad I saw it.
Sure,
it's just
they really tried that Harry Potter ending at the end. Yeah, even though that was the ending of the books, it was very
Harry Potterish.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm Matt.
I'm Chris. Yeah,
NOLAnerds, and what do we give it?
It's
been so long we forgot
we forgot the format. Okay, I'll give it a 7.5. I think it's fun. I think it's a little too long, and it's based on the weakest book, so it's got the weakest plot. Right. But the cast is enough to carry it.
I'll give it an 8. I will get it. I have the other 3, so I'll probably wait till it's on sale.
You know what? It's gonna come in a nice big box.
I know, and that's what kills me. If it wasn't for each individual one coming in there on Steelbook, I would have waited.
Well, you'll see. Maybe it'll come in a giant Mockingjay.
Oh, that'd be cool. Anyway, yeah. Now let's do the ending. I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
We're the NOLAnerds. Hunger Games. Movie reviews are back. Oh!
Kind of. Well, there's movies coming.
Yep. All right. Peace.
See ya.